We're going to talk about the MiniMoog today, and I'm really excited to show it to you. I hope you guys enjoy it. This is just a test record. Definitely not using it for anything. Anyway, let's hop in. Let's talk about this big bad boy. So let's just break it down, and let's just go with one oscillator, and we'll start right here with the triangle oscillator. And I'm going to pull it up into the higher range and let you kind of hear how it sounds. Let's change it up. We got a couple other waveforms heading into in between triangle to sawtooth, and then square into pulse. Here's sawtooth. Into square. Very pure, amazing. And then as we head over here into this other pulse, it kind of starts to get a little more squished. Awesome. So let's go back to the triangle and drop it down into the bass zone. Got some serious bass balls. And then we're going to go ahead and turn on a second oscillator. And right now I have that on the sawtooth wave, and together you get some super cool, amazing sounds. Now, we also can do a few other things here. We could go ahead and turn on external input volume. That kind of does this overload that you can see right here with this little light. I find it adds kind of like this bloom around the bass, so I typically like a cleaner signal like that. Then you also have noise. If we turn off the others, you can hear what that sounds like. You also got pink noise, that was white noise. A little darker. And then you also have a third oscillator, which is very like the second oscillator. I typically don't stack all three. I use the third one usually for FM modulation. So the way I do that is I just go ahead and choose over here that I would like the oscillator 3 to be a source for modulation. And then you can choose between filter or oscillator 3. I have it set as oscillator 3. And then if I pull up the mod wheel, that's going to affect the sound and modulate the sound of the filter right now. So I can turn on the modulation here. I can also turn it on the pitch as well here. So let's hear how that might sound. Pull down the filter. Very cool. Super gritty. You also have decay on and off. Decay is going to give it a little bit of a end of the note. If I turn it off, it's just basically on or off the oscillator. Could be kind of cool for like square wave basses that are just like very classic. Like let's try one of those. For example. Yeah, pretty fun. Anyway, I usually use decay on. Go back to our bass sound we were working on. Now here comes some fun. Let's add the LFO. So I'm going to have my modulation turn to LFO. We're now modulating the filter only, not the pitch. And if I now turn up my wheel here, you're going to hear it modulated by the LFO. Let's open up the sustain so it's long notes. Now, we can also pull it up, and now it's going to be a square. That is awesome. And to make it even crazier, it's actually has such a wild range in the LFO that it actually is an audio it becomes almost like an oscillator. So as you're going to hear, as I turn up the speed of it, it actually starts to impart a tone, an overtone. You really will hear it with the triangle here. All right, now let's get even crazier. Take that LFO and let's put it onto the pitch. Turn it off the filter. You start to hear these overtones that I was talking about. And when it's really slow, it's just going to do the weird pitch wobble. All right, let's go back to where we were, kind of what I was setting up before. We're going to switch back to the LFOs working a little bit, not a lot. We're going to take it off of there, put it onto the filter, and then we also got glide. And so glide is going to, when you hold down two notes over one another, it will slide up to that note, and based on the speed set on glide. So without it, with it, hear it kind of moving. Now let's go a little bit slower, a little longer, and see what happens. Bring it up into a higher note. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed the MiniMoog. Talk to you guys later.